Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, it's Friday. It's also December 17th, which means two things. One, it's the end of the week, so we get to relax a little bit, hopefully, and 2 weeks left in the year. Imagine that. 2021 is almost gone. I know Christmas is next weekend, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is the weekend after that. 2022 is right around the corner, already planning for it. And that's what I'll be doing this weekend. I will be putting out a couple of videos again. I'm trying to wrap up the older videos of my, from Altcoin. There's a lot of coins I still haven't even touched on. I think there's about 10 more to go. I'm going to try and get them out as quickly as I can over the holiday break, and just push them out so you have them as content, like coins like Dent, coins like Pundi X or Loom. I think there's a couple of coins I haven't touched on. Maybe Neo, get that out there too. And if I don't, I'll just have a catch-all and just say, here's the rest of them. Just go look at them if you want. But right now, I'm looking ahead. It's weird in December. You're looking back at what you've done in 2021, and you look forward at what your plans are for 2022. Not quite New Year's resolutions, anything like that. I will talk about goals, and I'll put that up here about time management and goals. Made a whole series on that. I think that's worthwhile that you check that out. But I'm looking back, and if I go back to January, I mean, that was when it all started. I mean, yes, I've been in crypto for 4 years, almost 5 at that point. But now, like, it's full on, and it's just getting started, and it's just amazing to me how fast things are moving. And I just wanted to tell everybody, if you guys feel overwhelmed, if you've been in this space, odds are you've been in space less time than I have, most of you listening to this. And I've been in over 5 years now. And if you feel overwhelmed, welcome to the club, because let me tell you that the rate of adoption and the rate of expansion of this space is exponential. I've talked about it before. When I started this channel back in April, there was less than 9,000 coins. Now, last I checked, there was over 13,000. It's probably 14 at this point, maybe even be higher. I didn't look this morning, but I'm sure it's going up. And with all these different projects and things that the space is expanding, we have expanding in NFTs and blockchain games and DeFi, like things that didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yet we're supposed to be on top of all this. It's almost impossible for one person to do it. That's why I try to work with a team, try to work with other people so we share knowledge. But even then, you always feel like you're playing catch up. You'll never be on top of all this because it's just too much. It's just too much. You have to look at one sector, try to dominate that and move on. But know that that's why I simplify things for people that are brand new. Not financial advice, but if you're just getting started, if I go back and I would tell myself, if I was starting anew, but be in Bitcoin for the first several months and then just dollar cost average into it. If you have whatever your money is, just divide it into 5 or 6 lots and just put that lot in that tranche in, or draw, whatever language you like to use. But if you have 5 draws of 20%, just put it in every month. And at the end of that 5th draw, you'd be chomping at the bit, waiting to get into something else. At least you spent 4 or 5 months, you're in the space, you're learning what Bitcoin is. That's a great place to start. So I'm already looking ahead at 2022. And as part of that, a little teaser now, Crypto Confidential, our newsletter does come out at the beginning of February. And there'll be some people know about it. If you've done my newsletter, and if you don't know how to get involved in the Crypto Confidential, leave a message, leave a comment down below, or join my Patreon, send me a message. Reach out to me however you can, or go to my website and say, hey, I want to be on the newsletter. Please add me to the list. And then I'll give you the information of how to get involved with Crypto Confidential early on. So secondly, though, but as part of that, I'm looking at my coins for 2022. And I'm looking at my top 5 and my top 10 coins and potential coins of the year. It's a lot to boil down to a list of 10. Some of the coins, if you played Altcoin over the summer, you may know a couple of them. But there's going to be some coins that I actually never mentioned on this channel. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be entertaining. I think we're going to explore a lot of these newer sectors that I'm starting to dip my toe in and to understand more. And fortunately, I'm able to come up to speed pretty quickly because I have a lot of resources to draw upon. People I trust on YouTube. I know how to go through coins and understand that, anything from the team to the tokenomics, analyzing a project. That's another thing I'll be discussing with a newsletter on how to I'm more of rather give you the fish, I'm going to teach you how to fish a little bit too. So we're going to do both those things. And we're going to have our own private community over there too, discussing things on our own discussion board as part of Crypto Confidential. So highly recommended. Of course, I wouldn't be involved in a project I don't like, of course, that, but I think the value you're going to get is immense for the price that you're going to pay. So so the rest of this year, as I'm looking back and wrapping up 2021, I've looked back. I think I've made over 150 videos so far, and I probably got another 15 or so to get to just put out before the end of the year. And then comes January, and then I'll be deciding, the frequency I'll be updating on YouTube after that. But that's my plan for wrapping up the end of December, getting as many of these coins from Altcoin back out there in the public domain so that people can understand about those coins, those projects, the research I did on those. And then moving to 2022, and we're going to be talking about my top 5 and top 10, trying to get a little bit of a lid on all this overwhelming space of gaming and NFTs and all DeFi, which coins have intellectual property that have value. All these different things are leads to my methodology for figuring out what projects I like, and also platforms too. I've talked about that before. In fact, I can link that video up there too, the platform video. So, and why I like platforms. But we are at exponential growth, and if you want to explain this to people of how fast this is growing, the number one stat I like to drop is that the first 10 years of the internet grew at a rate of 53% year over year. So that means basically it doubled inside of 2 years. And we all know how fast the internet grew. Like, it just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden everybody uses it. It's just moved very rapidly. So that's 56%. The rate of adoption for Bitcoin for its first 10 years, 113%, slightly more than double. So that adds up quickly. So if you just did a calculator of 1.56 raised to the 10th power versus 2.13, you can see how fast it doubles. It's probably, you can check my math on this, but anyway, it's significant. It's probably at least 10 to 20 times larger in speed in the first 10 years than the internet. So check my math on that. Leave in the comments. Let me know how I did off the top of my head. But you get the idea. The internet grew fast. Bitcoin's growing faster. That is the Kleenex brand of Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, the underlying technology of blockchain and cryptocurrency. The killer app that introduced it to the world was Bitcoin. But now there's been improvements, not just to Bitcoin, but to all these other projects and technologies and intellectual property and applications of blockchain technology that are just blowing up and just expanding in this crypto web, crypto interverse, crypto metaverse universe, whatever you want to say. As I stumble over that phrasing, so much for branding that. But it's overwhelming, and if you sit down, and even if I try to sit down and try to get on top of, what is your top 10 for next year? That's not just a simple question. That takes a lot of work, and that work is going to be displayed and provided at Crypto Confidential on February 1st. So I really recommend that you join us over there. I'll be explaining more about that. I'll probably drop another video on Monday about that, how to join, how to get involved in that project a little bit, and just be one of the first 100, which is, I think that's what we're calling, it's not the grant, it's a charter membership. So if you want to get in on that, my email, get a hold of me. LitecoinLeader.com is the best way to get a hold of me. Drop a comment and just let me know you want to be on the mailing list, my email list. And everyone on my email list knows how to join Crypto Confidential for a discounted rate, a pretty good price. So think about that. Think about how to do it. More than happy to help you with that. But look for a couple more videos, look a couple more coins this weekend. And over the holidays, I'll be probably trying to wrap up that. I'll try to wrap up all the coins from Altcoin. But that was 35 coins. That's it's a little bit more difficult and a little bit more challenging to get to a top 5, top 10. But hey, I'm up to the challenge. So here we go. So I've almost got my list done already, but I'm just working through it and making sure that things look good. And I'll be sharing it internally to the Crypto Confidential team on Christmas Day. So there'll be a little Christmas present to them. But you guys have to wait till February 1st. But expect more announcements, expect more involvement there, more videos this weekend. I didn't want to go over all the different news. I mean, it's just regurgitating. Look for crypto.com to be branded on the Staples Center on Christmas Day. So that'll be a little pump there. Who knows how this is going to play out? The video I talked about yesterday about how Bitcoin might play out. Right now, we're seeing a dip today. Buy the dip. This could be manipulation. It's a Friday, so the options could be involved. Or there could just be, I think that they're dropping the price so that people can get into it because everybody needs to get into Bitcoin and other cryptos right now before the beginning of the year, or it could be part of the sell-off, as I mentioned yesterday. So again, be posting that video up there too about what could be impacting Bitcoin's price by the end of the year. And it's a different climate in 2021 than 2017. So constantly evolving. I have to stay on top of everything as much as I can, work with everybody I know. And hey, if you have information I need to know, I listen to all sources. Leave me a message on Patreon. That's the number one way to get a hold of me. Drop a message on my website, leave a comment here. I try to get around. It's a lot of different avenues to talk to you guys. Instagram, Telegram, Twitter. I've outsourced Twitter. I get banned from Twitter too much. Patreon, the website. There's lots of different ways, email, phone calls, so many different ways to get a hold of me. I'm going to have to pare that down, I think, at some point. But it's getting crazy. I'm trying to stay on top of everything. I really appreciate everybody who supported me this year. And I'm looking to give back as best I can. So happy holidays, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you don't go too crazy with Christmas. And I mentioned earlier this week, I put another video up here. I'm going to run out of video space, but I'll put another video up there about, give the gift of crypto this year. If you can't think of anything else, give something that only you can provide. Give somebody a paper wallet. Give them some crypto. Figure out how to do that, and just, hey, that's a great gift for people, and it just keeps on giving because it's going to appreciate, especially when you buy the dip. So plenty said today. I want to, again, appreciate everybody. I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau, say follow leader, and I'll see you next time. Take care.